On the news tonight, International Institute of Islamic Therapy holds its 5th convention and convocation with a call to eliminate quackery among the profession. FCT Minister of State bags Award of Excellence and Exemplary Leadership. On entertainment news, veteran comedian Alibaba finally addresses divorce rumors, debunks broken marriage as Justin Bieber teases fans with his personal phone number.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 7. I am Tessie Omeri with the details. We begin with update on COVID-19. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 5th March 2021 indicates 15 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to be 19,328. While active cases stands at 7,259 and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 11,919, and sadly 150 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. And with the outbreak of the COVID-19, which threw the medical world into a race in search for orthodox and alternative cure, alternative therapists say proper regulation of the practice by government will eliminate quacks among its rank. This came to the fore at the 5th Convention and Convocation of the International Institute for Islamic Therapy held in Abuja. Elias Onotu Yakubu has details.
Be afflicted.
It is a call to the place of healing, ethics and honor. Each of these 32 graduates spent the last couple of months under the tutelage of the Institute researching alternative Islamic medical therapy with target to complement orthodox medical needs of humanity. Hawa Baba Barao is one of such interns, and today their individual projects are tested and certified products by relevant regulating agencies ready for consumption.
It deals not just about the physical body. It helps treat the physical, the spiritual, psychological, emotional issues that we are all facing.
Through our contacts, we meet different patients, different people. We carry on the sensitization programs for people to actually understand and key into it. And the government has a very serious role to play.
A reputable international TB institute with areas of interest such as clinical hijama, al-Shab Nabawi, and Tafsirul Ahlam, amongst others, enjoying rigorous training and research pursuits, the IIIT says much of the knowledge acquired is dependent on individual trainees' area of interests.
Our counsel to them is that they should observe the ethics of the healing practice. Number one, they should know their limit. They can't know everything. When it is time to reach out to the practitioner of orthodox medicine, they shouldn't hesitate to direct their patient there.
There was medication before the conventional means of medication. Islamic therapy for the Muslims is something that is very unique, and today taking it to this level is something that actually can do a lot of good.
Some of them have shown that present issue of pandemic can be addressed through prophetic medicine.
Experts say in the last 4 years, over 600 practitioners has emerged from productive research with effective healing for both psychological and spiritual ailments bedeviling mankind. Ilyasu Noto Yakubu, NTA News.
And against the backdrop of the ravaging coronavirus pandemic, the federal government gave directive making the wearing of face masks compulsory across the country. In spite of efforts to ensure this measure takes full effect, Aisha Bashir reports that the use of face masks is still a concern in some areas with selective usage.
Last year, the Federal Capital Territory Administration issued new COVID-19 guidelines to regulate social gatherings, workplaces, and markets as part of measures to curb further spread of the virus within the territory. This is in addition to the 2020 health protection signed by the President, which mandates the compulsory use of face masks in public places. Although the Presidential Task Force commended some states and the FCT for upscaling testing, which it's attributed to the detection of several cases early. The non-compliance, as observed in some quarters, many say is not helping in the progress made so far.
80% of people don't actually feel comfortable wearing this face mask because most people find it very hard to breathe.
Wherever you go, you will find the instruction that no face mask, no enter. So I believe 85% of the people are complying with it.
Investigation shows that from the streets and other public places in the FCT, the use of the face mask varies.
If we didn't put our face mask as we are going, as I am now, I can get in contact with it.
Some going about their daily businesses perceive the face mask as an entry permit to offices, while others give excuses of affordability as to not wearing one.
They make face mask compulsory for you to wear. That is what the government are saying. But in the real sense, it's not everybody that can afford to buy face masks. Some people also believe that this face mask, it doesn't prevent anything. Just be told.
It is necessary for people to take responsibility to stay safe. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
With world-class learning program at Atabia Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics STEM, says the school will continue to inspire the students to achieve their dreams and beyond through Western and Islamic teaching. This came to the fore at the opening of 2020-2021 academic session of the school. Rosemary Motelel Bilal reports.
Conceived to provide a solid foundation in Western and Islamic education with opportunity for self-actualization, Art Serbia Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics School was established as a place to challenge young minds and create opportunities for able students to discover their potential in life.
It's an open house for Alterbia STEM School where we showcase what we have for the half year. And we invite parents to see what their children have done and the children explaining it to them for them to know that it's really done by the children. Once you practicalize something, you hardly forget. And not only practicalizing, you are inventing. These children sat on their own, thought of what they think is a problem and trying to find solutions to it.
Government, from their own side, commended the founders for their giant stride, done through impacting knowledge on the students.
When you try to catch them young, as this school is trying to do through STEM, you are eliciting that idea in the children as they are growing.
Look at the society now, what we are clamoring for is to develop our country technologically. So with their level of age and education, they're really doing well.
During the presentation, students exhibited and showcased their talents in different ways as they expressed satisfaction with the choice of the school.
Mine was the automatic tank control. It's a device that stops the wastage of water. The materials I used were the sensor, the Arduino Uno, the DC pump, and the sensor is the one that is measuring the level of the water, and it's the one stopping the water from overflowing.
From cars around, some cars break down on the roads, some needs fuel, so this car was just made on a purpose. When you just charge it once in the morning, it may take you 2 or 3 days before you use it.
It's a combination of everything, both the Western education and the Islamic foundation. So we decided to incorporate them into that so that they can benefit from both sides.
The 4 core values of the school include quality education, character, equality, and leadership. The theme for this year's project is digital sensor, technology, coding, and liquid crystal display. Rosemary Moltelen Bilal, NTA News.
And still talking education, parents have been charged to complement the efforts of schools by encouraging their wards to imbibe the culture of book reading and story writing for a brighter and enlightened society. This was at an event organized by the Global Youth Wellness Organization in collaboration with Gemville Academy, Kubwa, to mark this year's World Book Day. Elias Onotu Yakubu reports.
Solving puzzles is like solving mysteries. Evolving in the city more than anything.
Books, generally, experts argued, is about two major activities, which are writing and reading. And these, the World Book Day seeks to inculcate in these gems right from the cradle.
I learned about reading books and writing. I read to acquire knowledge and be a better person.
It's a challenge that is peculiar to the developing nations, especially in Africa, but I believe it is one we can surmount with time.
Educationists say books takes one on a journey without living where they are. To this effect, the Global Youth Wellness Organization is collaborating with schools such as the Gemville Academy in its drive to revitalize the book reading culture amongst students.
It is also a way of making them to begin right on time to develop their skills that may be hidden there that they don't even know.
There's just so little you cannot do. You can take up a skill from reading even without being in a classroom.
They will have passion for reading. They'll be reading not because they want to pass their examination. They will read because they want to acquire knowledge, be greater people.
But how much reading and right pronunciation of words do parents indulge in these days?
E-S-T-U-N-F-U-N-N-Y. Okay, country.
Experts say reading is not just about learning English, but it also enhances visual art knowledge. They advise parents to encourage their words when they exhibit such ingenuity. Elias Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Efforts to ameliorate the sufferings of victims involved in the recent Tipa market fire, which destroyed properties and resulted in losses, received a boost from some students of the Bayes University, Abuja, who paid a sympathy visit to the market. Aisha Bashir was there and brought back this report.
Victims of the fatal fire accident that razed businesses estimated at over 1 billion naira at the Gwarimpa estate are getting assistance that will revive and inspire hope. Over 300,000 naira relief fund put together by the students of Bayes University, whose gesture brought joy to the victims. In addition to cash support, the donors also pledged to rebuild mosque razed by the fire and expressed commitment towards ensuring they remain helpful to the traders.
I was in the house. Actually, somebody called me that the market is burning. So we rushed to the market. Before we could get here around 1 o'clock, the whole place has burnt. Nobody removed anything. So no, you can't even enter the market. That's the issue. Even the people that came to quench the fire, they don't see where to enter the market because the fire was too much.
When I heard about the fire, I was really devastated about it because literally every single day or every other day, we always purchase items here. So it would actually be kind of, I don't know, terrible to actually turn a blind eye on them. So I decided to start off a relief fund. So during the course of that, I and a friend of mine, Mohammed Sani Idris, we decided to come up together and then create a relief fund for them.
This is our home. And these people are our family because we buy things from them. We always come here to buy whenever we're doing shopping at home or anything. So we were very devastated when we heard about the fire. And looking at the market, everything is gone. A lot of people have lost a lot of things, and we decided to come together and try and find a way to help them.
The traders, overwhelmed with excitement, thanked the students for what they described as an uncommon gesture and promised to utilize it to the fullest.
I thank these youth very much.
So I want God to grade them and reward them.
I'm very happy and I'm very appreciative with this palliative today. Thank you, God. Thank everybody.
Fire prevention and safety measures also formed part of the interactions at the meeting. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
Many thanks, Aisha. Indeed, a commendable effort there by the students. And now to security check. The emerging security challenge in the country has made school children become vulnerable to the heinous crimes of kidnapping in recent times. The question is, how informed are the children on how to be safety conscious in this trying time? INIJ Auta in this report x-rays the vulnerability of students in the FCT.
Moving around the capital city, NTA News crew discovered this group of schoolboys who had just closed from school and waiting for their friends to go home together. One of them was sent to buy some bottles of soft drink, and he obliged, not minding the sender, as a stranger who could harm him. Next is another group of school children who collected the soft drinks without knowing the stranger.
I'm giving you to drink. So what are you telling me?
Thank you.
Okay. And you are collecting it.
They tell me say I should, anybody that gave me something, I should not collect it.
Okay.
The person that I didn't know him.
If anybody want to give us something, we'll pray first. Now you see something for ground, like money like this, pray. Some people might go put the money. They want to steal, kidnapping. Now if person got the money, kidnap can catch him.
The most shocking is Goodness Solomon, an 11-year-old JS1 student who had just closed from school and was asked to direct the news crew to a nearby hospital. Guess what? She went the whole way with a strange crew who offered to pay her transport fare to go home.
Have you heard about kidnapping?
Yes.
What did they tell you about it? Who told you about it?
My mom.
Okay. That's what?
She said I should not be following people to their house or following them or escorting them to anywhere or going through a lonely road because they can kidnap you through for rituals, some collect ransom for them and some just kill them.
Yeah. But you came all the way with me to show me this place.
Because you asked me kindly that because you want me to show you the place, maybe.
That's why you answered.
Yeah.
Do you know if a kidnapper could ask you kindly and even hug you and hold your hand and you come with him or her?
Another one is Amobi Joshua, a 15-year-old SS1 student who was trekking home from school.
Were you told that when people stop in the car and call you that you should respond to them? Did they tell you about that one?
Yes, ma, but not always.
Okay. That what?
That some are not nice people.
Okay.
That they may be kidnappers or also bad people.
And I'm sure you don't want to be kidnapped.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the ways to avoid being kidnapped as a smart student?
Like if you want to trek, you trek with many people. Or you enter the car that you know that is nice people inside. Or many people that you know. Okay. Or your students inside the car.
Okay.
With all these findings, some FCT residents say children need more enlightenment concerning kidnapping to reduce their vulnerability.
Well, I must say, pertaining this kidnapping of a thing is something that has been bothering Nigerians as a whole. Both the parents and the students, as you can see, as children also. In terms, you can imagine the situation where you find somebody unknown person coming to kidnap your child in the school. You know, they need to be enlightened, I must say, on a serious note. And the government have to look seriously into the matter. And we parents too, I will advise that the parents should also enlighten their children or guide their children even before the teachers.
Well, I think the parents and the teachers are doing enough, but parents need to try harder because, these days children are fond of collecting gifts from people and also getting rights from strangers. You know, I think that the parents should try more than the teachers are doing because we are the ones who actually behind, who are actually with the children back at home, and I think the parents need to try harder.
Because the current situation we have in Nigeria, the security issue is really alarming. No, I don't think there's anywhere that is safe right now, and we should just be cautious and we need to keep good communication, and also we have to be sincere with ourselves.
Others say both parents and teachers are doing much, but some children don't adhere to instructions. Ayenaji Auta, NTA News.
Many thanks, INRJ, for going that extra mile. Indeed, we must bridge the gap. Children need to be security conscious at all times. You're watching the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. The news continues in just a moment.
Get your Milo FC Barcelona limited edition pack now before the final whistle blows on this promotion.
Many thanks for staying tuned. The FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani Aliu, has called on market men and women to leverage on the National Social Investment Program initiated by the federal government to win the war against poverty, especially at a time when the country is striving to recover from the economic difficulties occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic. The Minister of State made the call in Abuja when the leadership of Market Men and Women Welfare Association of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, conferred on her the Amazon Role Model and Exemplary Leadership Award. The trade money grant for rural women empowerment and other social investment programs of the federal government are strategies for enhancing social inclusion and a demonstration of President Muhammadu Buhari's efforts to bring succor and hope to the poorest of the poor and vulnerable households, says the minister. While commenting on the award, she thanked the leadership of the association for the honor, noting that the group has contributed immensely to the formation of every government in Kogi State. The president of the Market Men and Women Welfare Association of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, Hajia Momo Gimba, revealed that the award was in recognition of the minister's role in uplifting the poor. And on entertainment news, Alibaba finally addresses divorce rumors as Justin Bieber teases fans with his personal phone number. Details with Cynthia Organ on entertainment news.
As you don't heal and so find cripple for me. God not go spoil your own.
Veteran comedian Alibaba has debunked divorce rumors. He claims there is no trouble in his home, contrary to what stories on social media say. According to the media personality, he and his wife were getting frequent calls and messages about the status of their marriage after news of his absence from home broke out on social media. He has, however, assured everyone that his marriage is still very much intact and that there's no cause for worry. Meanwhile, Nigerian disc jockey Florence Otedola has been accepted into the prestigious Oxford University for her master's program in African Studies. The heiress shared the news of her latest achievement on Instagram. She also posted a clip where she informed her mom and dad about the big news.
I'm going to Oxford University. I'm going to Lady Margaret Hall.
Haiti's award-winning star Fireboy has released a new video for Champion. Off his album Apollo, Champion continues to grow with positive responses from music lovers around the world. It has been used by football club Bayern Munich and performed on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show.
Here's Fireboy DML.
In other news, congratulations are in order for BB Naija couple Teddy A and Bam Bam as their daughter clocked 1 on Friday. They both shared lovely pictures of their little girl Zendaya, and fans exploded at her cuteness. In other news, fans would kill to get up close and personal with their favorite celebs. So one can imagine the excitement on social media when Justin Bieber posted what appeared to be his phone number on Twitter. Sadly, fans who could not help but try their luck were greeted with a recording of Bieber singing a lyric from his new song. And like a drop of ice water, it was confirmed that Bieber's tweet was actually a promotional stunt for his upcoming album. Way to play with our hearts, Justin. And that's entertainment news for the week.
And on sports, Ahmed Musa, Martin Sigalo Osimhen, not mentioned as John Fashanu names the best Nigerian striker, and Victor Osimhen receives medical green light. Details with Hakimat Aliu on Sports Brief.
Former professional footballer John Fashanu has described young striker Paul Onuachu as the best Nigerian striker at the moment, considering his brilliant form. The Super Eagles star so far this season in Belgian League has created 2 assists and scored 25 goals, which is an incredible record. John Fashanu, who won the FA Cup in 1988, hailed Paul Onuachu's superb form and named him the best Nigerian striker with the best record at the moment. In another news, Victor Osimhen has received medical clearance to return to action ahead of Napoli's Serie A clash against Bologna. The Nigerian international was able to join his teammates in full training on Friday, taking part in passing drills and technical work before playing a mini-match. Osimhen missed Napoli's last 3 matches as a result of the head injury he suffered in the encounter with Atlanta on February 21. In tennis, Federer handed tricky part on Doha return. The 20-time Grand Slam champion, who underwent 2 right knee surgeries last year, will face an immediate test at the Qatar ExxonMobil Open in Doha, his first event since 2020 Australian Open. It will also be his first appearance in Doha since 2012. Nigerian-born New Zealand-based UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya says he is sure of securing victory over his Polish opponent Jan Blachowicz in
all COVID-19 safety protocols to keep safe and prevent the spread of the deadly virus. That's the news tonight. We thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.